Welcome in to another episode of Dynasty Down Under with your 12 favorite bandits, aka the Bluey Ballers. We're all a bunch of NBA junkies, fantasy sports junkies, and dads who are just here for a good time. And since it's a Dynasty League, we're also here for a long time as well. Today on the pod, a little bit late, been a busy weekend, been a busy week. We're going to be talking about our league's weekly recap, our free agent trade reactions within our league, some NBA news, rumors. We're going to hit the prospect previews again, rookie review, sophomore slumps, and then what's our last segment here? We're going to hit the rookie ladder and the MVP ladder this week as well. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So going into our weekly recap, our last show was posted about a week ago. Since then, AJ Griffin, Atlanta power forward, he was dropped in our league, second-year player out of Duke. Pretty normal there. Josh Green, Dallas shooting guard, was picked up as well. Nothing's really been going on for Josh Green. He's been out. Those moves were made by AB Pack. We've been talking that. I ended up dropping Daniel Tyrese. He's been pretty boo-boo outside of a couple games this year for the Clippers. Haywood Highsmith was dropped as well since he was out. Highsmith definitely has some intrigue to me. Fourth-year player out of Wheeling, West Virginia. Definitely someone in your leagues. The Heat have a great rotation. There's a great team. Definitely a team you want to keep your eye on. The jury ended up picking up Julian Champagne after dropping Highsmith and Matthias Steibel. Champagne has done little to nothing with his opportunity. Second-year player out of St. John's, 6'7" guard forward combo. Matthias Steibel, I actually picked him up in our league this week, so I'm pretty happy with it. He's my boy out of UW. I'm gonna go with my boy out of UW. Our weekly report: Coach BM23, all balls, no bite, set the league on fire this week. 268.5 points, 97% perfect. The Grannies D Commodore set the worst. He set the worst lineup and only scored 61% of his points possible. So 150. Highest score was Mitchman D Commodore. Lowest score 150. Mitchman 95. Actually ended up with 318 points this week. So it was a pretty solid week overall. Nothing crazy. I'm pretty sure I ended up winning. No, I lost last week, I think. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. Let's see. Let me go back and make sure there's nothing I'm missing from our week recap. And then we'll just keep going through it here. So we're actually going to be going and doing something a little bit different that most leagues do not do throughout into the season. We're going to be adjusting our points actually during the season. Starting week 7, we're going to be changing some things up. So week 8, I mean, because we're in week 7 right now. Let's see. Chris Cross had the highest points in a loss to Mitchman, 274. And then Pooch had the lowest points in a win, 245 over the Grannies at 150. Pat Bev, Justin Holiday, Torrey Craig, Derek Jones, and Andre Drummond are our top free agents. Average fantasy points. Pat Bev, he got picked up. He's just around. Let's see. Overall, Fox and Furiance, my team 3-3, lost to that blue guy, improved to 2-4. I had 3 worst picks. I had a really poorly efficient week. I got greedy. I got greedy again this week. You'll see how that turned out for me next week on the show. Puzini ended up being the Grannies, 245 to improve to 3-3, sink the Grannies to 0-6. Discount Presti ended up losing to All Balls No Bite, 236.50 to 268.50. Poppin' with Tebow ended up winning, improved to 6-0 at 279, beating Infinity and we went beyond 251. He falls to 3-3. Mitchman 95 improved to 4-2 with his league winning 318.50 to Pavola and Popovich, 274 total. He falls to 2-4. Scored 244 and lost 3. Now is 3-3. Let's see. I was number 3. That was the third worst team this week out of efficiency. 263. It still wouldn't have been enough to win. So he's kind of got to bite it, take it on the chin. So as we continue on. So Pat Bev was added. Daylon Wright was dropped. That's a good move. Pat Bev, you never know when he's going to get that. This week was really weird for fantasy because we saw a bunch of Monday games. Of course, the in-season tournament games on Tuesday, on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday was the in-season tournament being played. But then you also saw some bracketing games. It's pretty interesting. Some of those other teams played on Friday as well, like the Pels and the Kings. So the losers from the semis played in the consolation bracket as well, just to keep their games up, to stay on track for 82, because they are still going to play their normal 82 games. This is just added in. Overall, you can say it was a great hit. I ended up calling my shot. I called Pacers, Bucks, Kings, Lakers. I was not quite there all the way. Pacers, Bucks, Kings, Lakers were the 4. Kevin Love was dropped. He got re-picked up, it looks like. So he's still out there. That's a good move. Let's see. I posted something. Oh yeah, there's tons of money going around right now in the NBA. I ended up picking up Sam Hauser and then I dropped him. It's pretty much for nothing, just to fill a bench spot, I hope. So a little bit about this. We are going to adjust our scoring for this coming week to 3 points for double doubles, 5 for triple doubles, full point per point, and those are the main scores that we're going to trade. Papa Matibo picked up Taurean Prince. The jury picked up Orlando Robinson. It was right before I looked at him. He's been filling in nicely for Bam Adebayo. Definitely someone I was looking to pick up out of Fresno. And then Taurean Prince was also picked up. Probably one of the streakiest dudes in the NBA with the most minutes. He plays a role and he fills a void for that Lakers team. So it's very interesting. Kevin Love was picked up by Papa with Tebow. I ended up picking up Derrick Jones Jr., and I was very happy with this move. He ended up getting me 23.5 points in my week that you'll hear about next week. It was not good. I'm pretty sure I lost. We talked a little bit about Zion, how he just looks so bad. Jameis Wiseman was picked up. I don't know why. I would not keep Jameis Wiseman on your team. I'm pretty sure he is a bust. Anthony Edwards got hurt, so then I lost out on his points, but I ended up picking up Matthias Thybulle for his nice little 21-point game. So we're adjusting again. Gordon Hayward, Kyrie Irving, Brooke Lopez, Buddy Hield were all put on the trading block. Nikola Jovic was dropped. And we have some pretty exciting news. Nikola Jovic is a Miami power forward. I had posted who would you guys take 101 in a draft. That'll actually be our poll for today. Is who would you take 101 either in a redraft or I think these are probably our leading dynasty guys too. But in a real life draft, who would you build your team around? Luka or Tatum kind of thing. So that was posted. We have a logo I'm pretty excited about. I ended up dropping Najee Marshall as well. He's just been kind of mid. I dropped once again Ayo Dosunmu. Zach LaVine saying he's committed to Chicago. No one wants him. So Dosunmu, third-year guy out of Illinois. Someone I'm just going to keep playing the waiver wire game with probably and hope he falls back to me when the time comes. Kentavious Caldwell Pope was dropped. We had a couple trades that we were going to do live, putting into Chat GPT to see kind of where these moves fell. So opening that up right now. But the first trade, we had Kyrie Irving and Brook Lopez, who got put up by Timmy G to Mitchman 95. He got Kyrie Irving and Brook Lopez for DeMar DeRozan, Jakob Poeltl, Jalen Brunson, and a 2024 second. I think that was a major overpay. But everyone's different for what they want and what they like. So let's go. Please analyze this trade. So we're going to let it do its thing for a second. We're going to see what it spits out because I don't know. I just have fun looking this. So it just takes a moment. So overall analysis, team receiving Irving Lopez. This team is getting a major boost in scoring and assists with Irving and solid center and Lopez who can contribute on blocks and three-pointers. This trade seems to favor immediate performance and star power. Team sending Irving Lopez. This team is receiving a more balanced set of players. DeRozan and Brunson offer consistent scoring and assists while Poeltl adds value in rebounds and blocks. The draft pick could be a long-term asset. This side of the trade seems to be aiming for depth and future potential. Overall, A- for the team getting Irving and Lopez, B+ for sending off Irving and Lopez together in a deal. So that's kind of where that one lands. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope was dropped. And then we had another trade. I was actually involved in this one. I received Gordon Hayward and Buddy Hield, and I actually gave up Karis LeVert, Malcolm Brogdon, and a 2026 third. So let's see what it says about that. I'm not too mad about it. I mean, I like Gordon Hayward. I like the opportunity with LaMelo. He looks really good with him and Melo on the floor together. So I'm not mad about it at all. And then Dante Exum was picked up, dropped Jameis Wiseman. That was a good move by the jury. Exum likely is going to get some extended playing time now that Kyrie is hurt and out. So we'll see how that shakes out. We all know Dante Exum can score at a high level. He's very solid overall. Let's see. So analysis, team receiving Hayward and Hield. This team is gaining a strong shooter in Hield who can significantly boost 3-point shooting and scoring categories. Hayward adds a well-rounded game but comes with injury risk. Seems to prioritize scoring at 3-point. In LeVert and Brogdon, the team is acquiring players who offer a more balanced contribution across several categories. Brogdon in particular brings a solid all-around game. The addition of a draft pick also suggests a focus on future potential. So I got a B for it. High scoring but with risk factors. And then teams sending Hayward and Hield are also diversifying their roster with players who contribute across multiple categories. Future asset with the pick. Pro suggests a focus on balanced performance and future planning, so B+. So overall, not too far off on this trade. I like it. I wasn't mad about it. I was happy to send it and accept it. So I liked it. It was better than the initial offer for what came through for Hayward. So we were able to work that around. I had been trying to offload LeVert for a while. He had been irritating me. But nonetheless, that's our week breakdown. It was a fun week, another great week. So let's click over to some NBA news and rumors. So the Pacers are seeking a big athletic two-way wing. They want someone to go with Hallie, and they're going to get someone. There's plenty of guys available. There's stars. But I would look that they have to look to add like a Bojan Bogdanovic somewhere, but there's so hard to say because there's not a lot of guys that are available right now. Wemby became the youngest player to record a 2020 double-double, 21 points, 20 boards. Pistons have lost 19 straight. Silver also addressed the Giddey situation. He said, I can't think of many circumstances where we suspended a player based on allegation alone. Where there's a criminal investigation, we take a backseat, and that's where things currently stand. So that's also where our show will stand as well on that. Zion looks cooked. He looks just rough. He looks so bad. He looks just out of shape. He doesn't look athletic. He doesn't look conditioned. He doesn't look like he's taking care of his diet. He looks like he's just getting paid all this money and refusing to listen, and he's just going to sit back, eat, and chill and play some ball. That's the NBA. It's not street ball. It's NBA. So he looks like he needs to get some shit together and quick. The Pistons aren't planning to trade Bojan Bogdanovic. They think that a healthy Bogdanovic helps him win some games. I don't really think that helps, but I do like this idea of them cooking up a trade for Zach LaVine. They have the pieces, they have the depth, they have the cap. They could do it, and they need it. Monty needs a star. Get Monty Williams a star, and this team could soar. get him a bona fide superstar, Zach LaVine, someone who can call out, lead the team, be a leader, vocally committed. The Knicks are looking for a star player if one will be available. And then the Celtics are also expected to be active in the market to improve their bench depth. A couple big injuries. Kyrie left Friday's game. Apparently, he left in a wheelchair, but then people are saying he didn't leave in a wheelchair. I've just seen the wheelchair report after suffering a foot injury during Friday's game. And Pistons' Jalen Duran is expected to miss a couple weeks with a left ankle sprain. Jumping down to the in-season tournament, everyone loved it. Everyone loved it. Lakers walked away. LeBron walked away with in-season tournament MVP because, of course, who else? Even though AD provided a bit more, but LeBron led them all the way. KD was like, at first, KD said, nah, this is going to be whack. And now he absolutely loved it. He turned into a huge fan of it. We know that Halliburton is absolutely him. He's leading the Pacers. Miles Turner came out after the Pacers win to get to the semis, just saying that Halliburton's him. That they won that trade between them and the Kings. So that is that. Yeah, that's kind of where that is. So that's kind of the recap of the NBA this week. We're going to jump into our prospect preview. We only have 4 that we're going to be doing today. And actually don't have a primer for who we're going to hit next week. So, like I was saying, so far we've done Alex Sarr, Ron Holland, Matthias Buzelis, Zacharie Risacher, Isiah Collier, Justin Edwards, Stephon Castle, Tyrese Proctor, DJ Wagner, and Donovan Clingan. This week we're going to start with Nikola Topic. Let's see if we can find Topic on here. So as of this week, we now see Ron Holland going number 1, and now we're seeing Nikola Topic fall into number 2 in the draft. Topic he has emerged. He's kind of come out of nowhere. He's been this draft cycle's like biggest storyline, and he's worked his way to a top 5 pick. He has just soared and climbed. He's getting comped to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, which is a comp that you want to get. He's an 18-year-old guard, 6'6", 18-year-old guard who's averaging currently over in the Adric League and Super Cup 19.2 points, 6.6 assists. He plays great defense. He can dribble. He can pass. He's a crafty finisher. He can pull up. Just tons of Shai Gilgeous in this game. Creates shots using his shiftiness, change of speed, tight handles. He has a great IQ. He has great playmaking. Man, he just leverages gravity. He's so good. He's just so good. He's so smooth across the floor. And you can almost guarantee that this dude is. I can see him being a top 10. I can 100% see him being a top 10 this year in the draft, depending on how the season goes. We're gonna hop on these hype trains and we're gonna ride them. Next is Ja'Kobe Walker. Let's see. So Ja'Kobe Walker has actually moved up to the 8th place. He's a Baylor shooting guard. He's a freshman, 6'5". He gets comped to Kentavious Caldwell Pope. He's averaging 18 points per game and 1 assist. 1 total of 6 reflect he's a high-level shot maker, but he's limited in his creation and shot making. Kind of spot-up shooter. He has touch. He can hit floaters, runners, jumpers, free throws. So we'll see just how he goes as he continues on through this current season. But he has a big NBA frame. At 6'5", 195. He's been able to be a two-way player, a 3-and-D kind of guard, which is exactly where the NBA is at now. If you look at him, you look him up, you see his pictures, you watch his film. He's not like lanky. He actually has some muscle and a good build on him. So I really personally like that. I think that's great. I think that's just fantastic. Next, we're going to look at Carrington. He's currently projected to go 10th to the San Antonio Spurs, who have this pick from the Raptors. He gets his NBA comp to Tyrese Maxey. He's out of Pittsburgh, point guard, combo guard, 18, freshman, 6'5", 190. Again, another guy who's not small. He has size. He has strength. He's been killing it so far this season. He triple-doubled in his debut off the season, hit 14 of his first 27 three-point attempts. Lots of Tyrese maxing in his game where he can create space with his footwork, drill jumpers off the dribble, and shoot well from beyond the arc. We're all kind of waiting right now just across the NBA landscape. If you watch his film, he's kind of a wait-and-see kind of player. He's kind of wait-and-see with his consistency, given the small sample size. And he was a 4-star recruit. So the eye test, he passes the eye test. He has all the size, self-shot creation, shot making, playmaking IQ, and really just looks full package lead guard. I think he would pair almost far too nicely with Victor Wembanyama there in San Antonio. And lastly, we're going to hit up Kyle Filipowski, who's actually moved to number 11, second-year guard, or second-year forward center, 7-foot forward, power forward center from Duke. He's tough inside. He's been just the same as he looked as a freshman. He gets a comp to Mortiz Wagner. He's not super fluid, but he has a lot of strength, footwork, and touch. The three ball is kind of on and off, definitely needs some development. He's not as fluid as like a Lauri Markkanen, but he's still as physical, skill-wise, and has the shot-making ability of a Mortiz Wagner. So he could be an offensive specialist off the bench, but given his lack of rim protection, it's hard to see him as much. So hopefully that defensive size, and he can fill out that frame and defense throughout the season as we go here. Let's see one more. I'm trying to find one more for you guys. So currently, as we're just going to go down real quick, we're looking at Ron Holland, J League Ignite, going 1, Wizards, Topic 2, Spurs, Isaiah Collier 3. I don't know if I like them doing 2 guards, but I like Collier with Wemby as well. High-level decision-making. Alexander Sarr falling to the Blazers at 4 would be an absolute steal. Zacharie Risacher falling 5 to the Grizzlies would be so just baller for them. Jazz getting Matas Buzelis would fit their MO. They love those foreign players, Montecchio, their center that they have. They love these young foreign guys. They really know how to develop them. We see 7 Hornets picking up Castle. I don't know how that would pair if you had LaMelo, Castle, Miller on the floor at the same time with Mark Williams. It could work. It definitely could work. Jacoby Walker, we just talked about, to the Bulls. I like that. Thunder, Cody Williams. We haven't talked about Cody Williams yet. Small forward, freshman, 6'8", 190. Comp to Jeremy Grant. Plays at Colorado. He's great on the open floor. Finishing, slashing, great touch around the basket. Good defensive effort. Three ball needs some consistency to be shown throughout the season, but the 3-and-D looks really good. Attacking off the wing, you love that. He would kind of be a couple-year project. He probably wouldn't pop until like year 3 in the NBA, but that's okay because he has the defensive tools to make that work. He has great combo guard skills, wing stopper tools. He could be a 3-and-D. He could be a defensive slash kind of guy. Definitely a great rotational piece. The Thunder, I think, may be a really good landing spot at 9 for him if it works out. And we'll see as the draft season goes on. Next week, I don't have a plan, but looking at it right now, we'll probably hit up, you already talked to him, you already talked Proctor, Clingan, Ryan Dunn, KL Aware, Adam Bona, Kevin McCullough Jr. Now, we talked Justin Edwards. Looks like he's actually fallen. And then Izan Alamansa will be another guy that we'll look at. And then Adai Mara, possibly another guy we're going to look at next week. But those are our rookies. So keep your eyes on the rookies. Keep paying attention right here. We're going to try to get through the whole at least first round, at least round and a half. Just really talk a bunch about all these prospects as we continue on. So next, let's hit our rookie review. So our rookie review this week is kind of meh. There's not really much to talk about. Taylor Hendricks, Cason Wallace, Jet Howard, Grady Dick, Kobe Buffkin, Hendricks, Utah, Cason Wallace, OKC, Jet Howard, Orlando, Grady Dick, Toronto, Kobe Buffkin, Atlanta. These guys haven't done anything this year. And I'm not even saying that to be like facetious or anything. Like Taylor Hendricks hasn't done anything. Like I don't even know who this guy is. You guys, if you're a Utah fan, you probably know who he is, but I think he's playing in the G League right now. Looks like he's actually owned by the Grannies by Commodore. Uh, let's see, forward out of UCF. He's played in 1, 2, 3, 4 games this year. That's not enough to really talk about him. I'm sorry. Cason Wallace is a guy who has been talked about quite a bit. He's had some. Oh no, I don't want Cade Cunningham. Cason Wallace, OKC, combo guard, second year guy out of Kentucky. He's been on and off. He's joined the starting lineup a couple times this year to fill in for Shy. He hasn't done a whole lot, but he has been getting consistent minutes. He's averaging about what looks like 20 minutes a night. Yeah, 22 minutes a night, 9 fantasy points, 8.3 points, 2.6 boards, 1.9 assists, 1.6 steals, 1.6 block, 1.1 turnover. So he's been getting some playing time, 6'3" guard. He doesn't look too bad. He's had, let's see, one couple mid games, 16, 20 points. Overall, not someone you start on a weekly basis. If there's an injury in front of him to Giddey, or if Giddey's gone, or Shy, then Cason Wallace likely steps into that role. Jet Howard, I can tell you this one has been nothing. He's played in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games this year. Not worth talking about. Grady Dick, I have him on my team. He's been just plays for Toronto. He's played in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He hasn't played at all the last couple weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's played like 13, 14, 15 games ish. Nothing impressive. 15 minutes in those games, 6 points, 2 boards, 2.3 boards, 1.9 assists, 1.3 steals, no blocks, 1.3 turnovers. He's been dealing with an illness the last couple weeks, but he hasn't been marked as out. And he's been playing in the G League. So that's kind of where Grady Dick's at. So that's kind of where we're at on rookies. Again, we'll probably hit some more rookies last year. We're going to try to at least get through the first round rookies, and then anyone that we haven't hit yet, at least on the rookie ladder. Lastly, let's hit up our sophomore slumps. I know the slumps are funny. So last week we hit up. That'll be a good joke in a couple weeks. So cue that one. Dyson Daniels and Johnny Davis have been our first 2 sophomore slumps. Ousmane Dieng is our first guy we're going to look at. Ousmane Dieng, second-year player, playing for the Thunder, power forward, small forward, is in the G League. As of a couple weeks ago, he's been doing nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He played in 11, 12 games this year, and he's chilling in the G League right now. So we're just going to leave it at that. He's been up and down between the G League and the Thunder, so we're just going to let him roll down there. You can honestly say that's a sophomore slump. History, let's see, last year, he only played in 39 games last year, but he's played in I don't even think he's on pace right now. Yeah, he's currently even been dropped in our league after being drafted in the 21st. Looks like all the numbers are about the same, if not worse, this year. Yeah, less boards, less points, less threes. Free throws percentage has gotten better. Turnovers have gotten better. But overall, field goal percentage has gone down. So yeah, we're going to give Ousmane Dieng the third Sophomore slump. Let's look at Jalen Williams. Also OKC. It's crazy that these guys have had so many freaking picks and they have so much talent. Oh, since I traded him, he's been balling probably. Let's see. Jalen Williams. Oh, I had Jalen, not Jalen. So the Thunder have a Jalen and a Jalen Williams. But looks like our boy Jalen Williams has been playing really well. He's played a lot of solid minutes for this Thunder team. Point forward kind of guy out of Santa Clara. Looks like all the numbers are up. He's played in 18 games. He played in 75 last year. He's shooting 51% versus 52% from last year. 3.4 free throws per 3.9 attempts, so 87% there, which is better than last year. 3-pointers attempted are up. Points per game are up. Rebounds are about the same, 4.2 versus 4.5 last year. Assists are up. Steals are down a little bit from 1.4 to 0.9. Blocks are down to 0.5 to 0.3. And then lastly, 1.6 turnovers up to 1.8. So overall, he's still getting the playing time. He's still in there. He's still out there just doing the thing. So I'm not going to say Jalen Williams is a bust. He's still doing the thing. What about Mr. Jalen Duran? I 1000% blame the Pistons if he's slumping. He's been hurt this year. He's played in 14 games, so he hasn't played in every game possible. He has been hurt. He's been stuck behind Killian Hayes. Not Killian Hayes. Sorry, I'm thinking Ivy. But Jalen Duran, yes, second-year player out of Memphis. Super talented. Looks like all the numbers are up this year. Free throw percentage is down. Field goal percentage is up. Or still good. 64 last year, 63 this year. Free throw percentage is down from 61 to 57. Threes, non-existent. Points are up from 9.1 to 12.6. Boards are up to 10.9, so he's averaging a double-double. 2.5 assists, 0.6 steals, 1.4 blocks, and 2.7 turnovers. So the turnovers are up, but the block and the steals are also up. So I really like that from Jalen Grant. Let's see. Let's find Oche Abaji. No, is he playing for Cleveland? No. He definitely plays for Utah. I don't know why. I think he's been traded to Utah. But Abaji, he has a great three-point shot. I love Oshi's Abaji's shot. He's played in every game this year for the Jazz. 22 games. Free throw percentage is down. Threes are down. Points are down. Rebounds are up. Assists are down. Steals are up. Blocks are up. Turnovers are the same. So field goal percentage is also up. Free throws are up. So we're not slumping. He is actually carving out a really good role there in Utah. I really like Ochi Abaji. I like him a lot. Mark Williams. I already know this dude isn't buzz. I love Mark Williams. I have been trying everything to get this dude. I am such a fan of him. He's such a baller on the court. He is so good. He is so freaking good. He's so good. 19 games played this year. He ranks 20th at his position, center. So he's a center 2. If that's how you want to look at it, kind of lingo. He was an 8th round pick. He averages nearly a double-double. He's improved this year across the board. Field goal percentage is up. Free throw percentage is up. Points are up. Rebounds are up. Assists are up. Steals are up. Blocks are up. Turnovers are the same. So overall, Mark Williams, no chance that dude's a sophomore slump. Absolutely love it. So we're going to kick this into our last segment because I'm tired and I kind of want to go to bed. So we're going to kick this back to our rookie ladder now. We're going to go check out the rookie ladder, see where our rookies are at, see who's leading the pack for the Rookie of the Year award. And some of these guys are going to surprise you. Chet, he's holding steady. Chet, top rookie. Chet got Rookie of the Month for November in the West. He averaged 17 on 53.7% shooting. He led OKC to 12-6, even though it's shy. It's shy leading them. Jaquez Jr. drafted 18th overall, actually earned the Eastern Conference's Rookie of the Month. 12 points, 3.9 boards, 2.5 assists, and 1 steal per game. He's been great. Wembanyama, still neck and neck on this ladder. Of course. Let's see. So Chet, number 1. Wemby, number 2. So Chet's averaging 17, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Wemby's averaging 19 points, 9 boards, and 2.7 blocks. Brandon Miller has actually jumped to number 3 on the rookie leader. 14 points, 4.1 rebounds, 2.2 assists. He jumped from 5 to 3, so that's a solid sign. We love that. Jamie Jaquez Jr. has jumped from 6 to 4, 12 points per game, 3.9 rebounds, 2.6 assists per game. The thing I love about Jaquez is that, yes, he's finally getting it, but he has played the entire fourth quarter so many times. Like, the Heat trust this dude down the stretch. He tenacity on defense, looks great, is great. He's turning into just a top option there behind Jimmy and Bam. I'm here for it. All-Star Thompson, he fell from 4 to 5 on the ladder. 10 points, 7 assists, or points, 9.1 board, 2.7 assists for the Pistons. It's the Pistons, so we can't expect too much. He actually got moved back to the bench with Bojan Bogdanovic back. Lots of foul trouble so far. So some rookie growing pains right there. But he's had to take a back seat behind Bojan Bogdanovic. Keontae George, Jazz, number 6. He was number 7. He's moved up to 6. Oh, that's kind of fun. John Stockton's stats after 20 games, his first 20 games with the Jazz as a rookie. 7.2 points, 1.5 rebounds, 6.7 assists. Keontae George, 10.5 points, 3.3 rebounds, 5 assists. Jordan Hawkins, he's actually fallen from 3 to 7. 12.9 points, 3.8 rebounds, 1.8 assists. He shoots really well in the first half, but then he falls off in the second half pretty bad. Derek Lively is number 8. He stays at number 8. He's staying there, 20 points, 16 boards, and 7 blocks. He had a great night against OKC last week, really balled out. 8.6 points, 7.8 rebounds, 1.5 blocks. He can easily get up to a double-double in and out kind of night. Cason Wallace, not ranked, moves up to number 9. He's hitting 52% of his shots from behind the arc, 71% from the floor. He's right behind Lively in terms of efficiency. Brandon Podziemski, Golden State, moved up to number 10 on the ladder. 7.3 points, 4.3 boards, 2.2 assists. As Draymond Green would say, dude has irrational confidence, but that's why we have all loved watching this dude night in, night out. Podziemski is bringing something to the Warriors that they don't have. They don't have a guy that's really bringing the edge right now like that, and it's really sad because they need it. Lastly, we're going to wrap up with the MVP ladder. Number 1, who else? Joel Embiid. 33 points, 11.4 boards, 6.6 assists. He's a reigning MVP. He's number 1. He's been looking just great. Everyone likes what they're seeing from Joel Embiid. He was number 2 last week. He actually took the top spot from Nikola Jokic, who's nearly averaging a triple-double at 20.6 points, 12.9 boards, and 9.8 assists. Very easily see Nikola Jokic getting back there if he can get up to averaging a triple-double. Shai stays in number 3. 30.1 points, 5.6 boards, 6.3 assists. He's amazing. He's so good. He's creating havoc on defense too. 5 steals in the last few games. Like, he's just so good. Luka is actually number 4. He's just been killing it. He had a 40-point triple-double masterpiece, a half. It was amazing. It was so good. He's turning the ball over quite a bit, but he is just balling. 31.8 points, 8.5 boards, 8.6 assists. We love it. Giannis, number 5, stays at number 5, above Hallie, which is kind of shocking, not going to lie, but it makes sense. 30 points per game, 10.6 boards, 5 assists. He's getting 30 in 10 games. It's crazy, leading the league in those categories like that, and it's just balling. But the team's not playing defense. They need Giannis a little bit more defensively. We know he can play at an all defensive level. Just up there. Let's see. Next 5, we got Hallie, Tatum, KD, Braun, and Booker. Another few that we have after that are kind of 10, 11 through 15. We got AD, De'Aaron Fox, Damian Lillard, Tyrese Maxey, and Karl Anthony Towns all in there as well. So that's your kind of MVP status right now. I like keeping up on these things because I really like to know who the stars are, who's balling, who's hot, who's not, who's kind of a dark horse for this. Obviously, Halliburton, Anthony Edwards definitely needs to be in this conversation. I don't know why he's been hurt, so that doesn't help him. But Anthony Edwards, another guy that deserves to be in this conversation. Tyrese Maxey, another guy just popping up in this conversation of MVP. Devin Booker came from unranked to number 10, so he's turning around. The Suns are turning around. KD staying at number 8. Tatum, number 7. Hallie, number 6. So very safe to say that I would probably go with Luka. Honestly, if I had to pick one to start my franchise with, I had a number 1 pick in the draft or in the same draft, I'm going Luka. You don't just get a point forward, primarily point guard, but so much pro experience and just confidence and just ability and talent like Luka. I would take Luka over Tatum. And I'm not sorry. But that is all the time we have for this week on Dynasty Down Under. Make sure you head over to YouTube, hit the bell, hit subscribe. If you're on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you podcast, please drop me a review. I would love to see them. I love the reviews. I think they're fun. But outside of that, I hope you have a wonderful week. Stay safe. And we'll catch you next week right here on Dynasty Down Under.